Hello YouTube, Rick here. Haven't made a video in quite a while, so I figured I'd do a video on a flashlight I found here recently. Do a quick review of it. This flashlight was gifted to me by a company we do business with on a regular basis. And I think it's a pretty awesome flashlight. I know a lot of you guys out there that use pocket lights to work on automobiles, motorcycles, anything, would probably appreciate this. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. The flashlight I have is a Nebo. Now I know Nebo makes a lot of different lights, but I've never owned a Nebo light. I've owned Coastal and Snap-on and Mac and quite a few others, but never a Nebo. I saw this over at the battery shop. Actually, it's Battery Plus, when I was over picking up some batteries for our fire alarm backup system. I was checking out the display they had, and I was impressed by how bright it was. But the one they had on display was AAA batteries only. So I asked my friend there if he had the rechargeable kind, and he said, yeah. He said he kept those in the office because people tend to take what don't belong to them. So anyway, I asked him if he would get one for me, that I would take one. He said, sure. So he went and got it for me and brought it out, and it's called the Nebo Inspector RC. It's a good little pocket light. They call them pin lights. I call them pocket lights. And it's rechargeable. It does include the cable. I have the cable at the house. It's waterproof. I tested that. I dropped it down in a glass of water and left it on a minute and pulled it back out, and it was great. It's got a 4-power adjustable zoom on it, and the flex power. The flex power is if the battery goes dead in it while you're using it, you don't have a way to charge it, you can put 2 AAA batteries in it and keep on working. I know it's good for some of you guys that are in the middle of a job, your battery just all at once goes dead on you. But if you've got a couple of AAAs laying around, you can drop them in there and just keep it rolling. They call it flex power. Now the charging indicator on it, when you plug it up, is red. And of course it does turn blue when it's fully charged, and it does take approximately 3 hours, because it took right at that, 245, 250 to charge mine. It has what they call the hard touch and the soft touch, which is basically self-explanatory. You can pause the video and read that. But I'm going to show it to you in just a second. Like I say, I think it's an awesome little light, very bright. When I pulled this out of the box, it took me a minute to figure out where the charge port was. I looked over this flashlight from one end to the other, from the back to the front. Well, I didn't pay any attention to the little label on it, because I'm old, about half blind, can't see a lot, can't see up close, and you know, sometimes I believe I know better than the manufacturer. But anyway, if you read it right there, it'll tell you where the port is. Now all I've done was turn it to the right about 3/4 of a turn and pull down, and there's the charging port. There's the indicator light right there, the little round thing. And it's bright. I mean, you can see it from across the room. When it's through charging, just unplug it, push up on it, turn it to the left until it stops. It's got 2 O-rings up in here that seals the water out. And of course, here's your zoom. All the way out is a small diameter, and the more you turn it in, the bigger the diameter of the light gets. Now I can stand in the corner of a room, about a 12 by 16 room, and turn this all the way in a dark room and light the whole room up. That's what impressed me about this light, was the brightness of it. And I've been carrying pocket lights for 40 years or more. But on the back side of it here, as I was saying, it's got the rechargeable battery, which is 1 battery, but it's the same length as 2 AAAs. And you can just drop 2 AAAs down in there, put the back on it, and keep on going. But anyway, like I said, this light was gifted to me, and I told him I was going to do a YouTube review on it. And of course, he likes to watch a YouTube video that I do once in a while. So the price on this, he told me, was $28.95 retail. And I know Battery Plus sells them, Battery Pro sells them, and I believe Interstate Battery sells these. And you can probably go on the internet and order one offline a lot cheaper. I'm not sure, I haven't studied on that. But let's get into the function of the light. Now, I don't have any water here to dunk it into, but you can believe me when I say I dropped it in a glass of water and let it sit there a minute with it on, because I wanted to check. A lot of stuff I do is out in the field. I work for a farm, and if I drop it in a mud hole, I want to pick it up and keep working with it. So on this soft touch thing, you just push it till the light comes on. And then let off of it and push it again. And it's a dimmer light, and I believe that's for saving your battery power. I would assume so. And you let off of it, push it again, and there's the strobe. Now, I have no idea what use a strobe would be unless you can buy a red or amber cover to go on it to use as an emergency light. Now, I'm not sure about that. But anyway, I'm going to shut the lights off in the shop here and show you how bright this thing is, and show you the function of the zoom on it, so we can wrap this little short video up. Give me just a second. Let me turn the rest of the shop lights out. Okay, that's about as dark as I'm gonna get it in here. So let's go to the first settings. Click the back. As you can see, it's a fairly bright light. And as you turn the zoom inwards, it gets bigger and bigger. And that's my backdrop. But if you see up to the ceiling, it's a fairly powerful light. You turn this off, and turn the next one on. And that's the, I call it the battery saver mode. But it is not quite as bright as the other, but it is bright. It can light stuff up. It can throw the shadows. Excuse me, it can throw the shadows. And then the next is the strobe. Like I say, use it for what you want to or need to, but I gave up on strobe lights in the late 70s when I outgrew all that, all of my young wild stuff. But anyway, the light is made of aluminum. The whole tubing is. The back is. The front, of course, you have a plastic glass on the front. It's got a metal, I think it's a Springer steel clip on it. It holds it in my pocket great. It don't let it fall out, anything like that. I know a lot of guys that carry these pocket lights in their shirt pocket would appreciate it, a clip that holds it in. So anyway, that's my review of this little old Nebo light. I think it's great. I don't know how long the charge lasts on the battery. I've used it for a couple of days now, but if it's anything like the Coastal light I used to use, I can use it for about a week before I charge it again. And hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. That'll ring when a new video pops up. And like I said before, I do good to get 2 videos a month. Sometimes it's just 1 a month, because the farm keeps me busy until I retire anyway. So anyway, like I said, if you like it, give me a thumbs up. Any questions, you can leave them in the comment section below. I'll answer any questions I can, any information I can that I may have overlooked. I'll be glad to share with you. And I hope you enjoy your day, and God bless you. See ya.